Hey YouTube, it's me Nikki Z, and I am here to do a very fun look for summer. I am in love with green eyeshadow. Like, green is my favorite color ever. In fact, I usually have like some type of green duochrome something or other on my nails just because I like it. I like green, I like sparkly. Anywho, I was going through some looks for summer, and I did this look the other day, and I didn't save it, didn't film it, but I really enjoyed it. So I thought I'd go ahead and just pull it out and share it with you guys. So the look is basically like a white silver on the inner corner of my lid. It does change to a soft lime green that's more metallic, and then it goes to a deeper green, and then eventually like I mixed a little bit of black, of course, to kind of help with the edge of the eye and tie it in a nice little gradient. So that is the look, and most of the eyeshadows that I'm using are from Urban Decay. They're the old formula, so the colors are basically the same with the new formula, of course. Obviously they're going to be a lot more buttery with the new formula, but I'm not knocking the old stuff. Alright, like I have probably 30 old tokens and I still use them. I like them. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I got this look. The first thing I had done was I went ahead and applied some tape right next to my eye. Now, I do this to have a nice, clean, straight line. It's easier for me to keep it clean and nice and neat. So, I'm going to go ahead and take an eyeshadow primer. For that, I will be using the e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow Primer in Sheer. I will be applying a little bit of this to my actual lid, into my crease, and then a little bit right below my brow. Then, of course, I'm going to pat it all together, make sure I've got it in every single crease on my eyelid. I have very, very deep set eyes, so I want to make sure that obviously it's going to look nice everywhere that I apply my shadow. Alright, I've already applied the primer. Now I will be using, let's see here, it is a NYX Eyeshadow Base. This is in the shade ESB01. It's white and it's matte, and I have used quite a bit of this. Normally I do not use this product, and I'll go ahead and tell you guys why real quick. It just doesn't seem like it ever dries, and if you really want to have like a nice base for your eyeshadows, you might as well just use the MAC Chroma line in Pure White. I believe this is from the Pro line. If you can get your hands on that, it does dry fairly quickly, so you don't have to worry about creasing and chunking. The NYX is good too. Just make sure, of course, that you are wearing an eyeshadow primer, and instead of blending, kind of pat the eyeshadows right on top of it. It's going to help keep everything in place. So I'm using a flat e.l.f. brush. It's just an eyeshadow brush from the $1 line, I think. Yeah, professional eyeshadow brush. I will be applying this onto my eyelid, but I'm only going to apply it on a very small part of my eyelid. So by my first like crease wrinkle, it sounds so awkward to say, that's where I'm going to be applying it, all the way up to like the first crease or first wrinkle in my lid. I will go just a little bit above when there's less on my brush, such as like right now. And the very top edge does not have to be perfect. We will be applying eyeshadow right on top of it. So, again, don't worry if you make a mistake, like I just did. Sometimes with this brush, it gets right in the inner corner of my tear duct area, and it's not really the look I'm going for today. So Anywho, what I'm going to do next is take Shakedown from Urban Decay. It's kind of like it's a deep, well, more like a medium matte brown, but it has kind of like a purple undertone to it. So I really like it. It's very similar to Heist, which is one of my all-time favorite crease eyeshadows ever. I have like 10 favorites for my crease, and Heist and Shakedown are on that list. So if you do not have Shakedown, you are more than welcome to use Heist or any other shade that would be very similar. I will be applying Shakedown to my crease area. And it does not have to be perfect, guys. It's going to be patted right on top of that white, like the very edge of it, and that's fine. So we want like the nice bright white as a base to fade a bit into that brown. So it's completely fine if you do get some on the white. Now, because I do a lot of blending, I will be putting quite a bit of product, especially on the outer edge of my eye. I will be applying quite a bit of it, like so. Next, I'm going to grab a flat brush, and I'm going to take the shade from Urban Decay called Vapor. It is a light pale silver. It has a metallic sheen when wet. I will be applying it dry right on top of the NYX white base, but only on the inner part of my eyelid. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of pat it on the inner third of my eyelid. I am going to make a nice clean crease. So kind of a cut crease, I guess. Make sure you apply it right along your lash line, of course. It's going to help keep the white NYX base in place. Alright, next I'm going to grab a shade here. I believe it's discontinued from Urban Decay. You might be able to find a dupe somewhere. It's called Acid Rain. It's a very, very pale metallic lime color. See, I mean, you could use any light green in place of this. I'm going to grab some of that, and I will be applying it right on the inner, like the actual center of my lid. And I'm going to be bringing it inwards a bit to kind of blend with Vapor. Like so. And then I will be applying a shade here called Mildew from Urban Decay, and it's a nice deep green, and it's kind of metallic. It's not super pigmented when it's used dry, but I will be just applying it dry just to show you guys. It's not super pigmented, but, and this is like a lot of it on my brush. You will get some product. With the NYX base, it does adhere because it takes a while for that product to dry. So it's going to help with the color, as you can see. It's going to help make sure it does actually stick and show up. So I'm just patting it on the outer edge of my eye. And then when there's like less product on my brush, I'm just going to keep patting and blending a little bit of it over. So just bring a little bit of product over right on top of Acid Rain, so that half of Acid Rain has a gradient like that. And then I'm going to apply my highlight. Now for my highlight, I am actually using an e.l.f. Pressed Mineral Eyeshadow in Beauty Queen. And it's a nice light nude shimmery peach. I really like this. There's not a lot of shimmer though. It's more of a sheen when you actually apply it to your skin. So now I love the e.l.f. shadow. There is some fallout, and I am wearing tape, of course, to kind of help with that. But I'm going to be patting that right underneath my brow and a little bit on top of that brown shade Shakedown. Like that. Now I will be blending it out real quick, just like where the highlight meets that brown, to kind of soften it a bit. So it is very, very pretty. I will be taking a black eyeshadow next from Urban Decay in the shade Perversion, and I will be applying that to the outer V of my lid. So basically Perversion is just, it's kind of it's a black with a blue tone, if that makes any sense. You can use just a regular matte black, you know, Max Carbon, some Makeup Geek. There's quite a few other brands, of course, that have like just a plain matte black. And of course, this is Perversion. I will be grabbing a little bit with a very gentle hand. I do not want to overdo it because this is a very dark color. I wanted it to have a gradient but not be super black, so it's not super intense. So as you can see, I'm just bringing it into the crease a little bit. I'm going to dip a little bit more product on my brush and then just kind of go along my lash line a little bit. It's very, very pretty. I hope that this is picking up all the sparkle and like metallic beautifulness on camera, but it's gorgeous. Alright, so I've applied a lot of that black. I will be blending it out very gently again. So basically I'm blending the black a little bit more into that highlight to soften it a bit, like so. And I'm going to go ahead and line my upper lash line real fast. For that I am using the e.l.f. Intense Ink Eyeliner, and I love this shit. It is amazing. Now I am not very good at doing this on camera, so I'm going to try to be very brief. I'm creating a wing. You can do your eyeliner however you see fit. That would be fine. And just in case you guys hear a bunch of cars, I moved and I am very, very close now to like a super, super busy main street in my city. Okay, so yeah, it took a while. I apologize. I'm just not really amazing at doing this on camera. So, in fact, one of my wings is a little bit, I don't know, more distinct. than the other. There we go. That looks a lot better. Awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do next is I will be taking an eyeliner, and I am actually using, I just got this, I think I've used it once for you guys. Sorry, I have like a whole drawer of stuff. Okay, this is from Julep, and it's a gel eye glider in shimmery smoky taupe shimmer. There we go. I will be applying this right underneath my lower lash line, about halfway under my eye, and I'm going to make sure it meets up with that black. And then I will be blending it out a little bit. So I'm going to take like a little smudge brush of sorts, just kind of soften that line, and bringing it inwards a bit. Now I will be taking Mildew from Urban Decay, which is that deep green shade. I will be applying it to the center underneath my lower lash line and smudging it inwards and outwards, of course. And then I'm going to take Perversion, which is that black shade, that same smudge brush, and I'm going to just pat it in on the outer edge, so that way the gradient is very continuous with the top eyeshadow look. So it's like that so far. Yay! Now I'm going to line my waterline, of course, using the Too Faced Perfect Eyes Waterproof Eyeliner in Perfect Black. And then I will be applying some mascara. That's basically it for the eye look, guys. I'll show you guys what lip products I will be using. I have not done my lips yet, so we'll go ahead and do that together. Now for the mascara, if you guys don't already know, I am madly in love with the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Mascara. This is my jam. I have like 3 of them just right here. Like, I go through these like you would not believe. They are fabulous. Okay, for the cheeks, what I actually had done, and I skipped a step. Woo! Alright, I'm going to apply my concealer. I use the e.l.f. Maximum Coverage Concealer, oil-free. This is in Porcelain. And I apply a little bit, like a little dot to the back of my hand. I'm going to use a little sponge to apply it, similar to a beauty blender. This is from Soho. And this is dry, actually. I prefer to use mine dry. Well, I guess it just depends on which products I'm working with. But for concealer, I'm using it dry. And Shazam! So that's taken care of. Sometimes whenever I apply tape, it kind of, if I have any product, like the tape will lift up some of that product. So, alright, now I can hop into business. I'm going to use the Sleek blush here in Suede. And this is super pretty, guys. I love, love, love this color. I'm going to concentrate most of that color on the outer edge of my face and bring a little bit in when there's less product on my brush. Like that. And then for my lips, I will be using well, I'll be darned. Ah, there it is. Okay. I have so much makeup in front of me, it's ridiculous. Anywho, the e.l.f. Lip Exfoliator. I will be using this on my lips real fast. This smells so good. I don't advise eating it though. And I just licked my lips. Anywho. I'm a bad role model, guys. I will be using, this is the e.l.f. Under Eye Primer. I believe, like, all the words are kind of off of it because I go through this pretty quickly. And I will be applying this to my lips. I know it sounds crazy, but not only does it hold my lipstick in place for a lot longer, it also keeps my lips soft. I know it sounds crazy. I'm using an eye product on my lips, but it actually works pretty well. So I'm gonna let that do its thing real fast and dry. And while that is drying, I will be applying a highlight. For my highlight, I am using the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Moonlight Pearl. It's just the very nice champagne-y pink. Well, not really pink, it's more of a peachy, pretty shade. And I'm going to grab some of that product and apply it right on top of my cheekbones. Kind of blend a little bit into the blush. So now I have a really nice sheen. I never ever apply this on my forehead, guys, because I mean really it's a waste of product for me. Nobody ever sees my forehead unless I'm doing a tutorial, because nobody just ever sees it. Bangs are instant Botox, guys. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's ready for me to apply some lip liner and then the good stuff. I'm going to be using a Prestige lip liner. It's the waterproof lip liner in the shade Bamboo. So it's kind of like a nice muted, kind of like a mauve beige. I will be filling in my lips as well. All right. Now for the good stuff. I will be applying a MAC lipstick in Creme. It's a cream sheen in Creme de Nude, which is a very nice light nude shade. Hence why it's named Creme de Nude, I guess. And so here is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoy the tutorial, of course. As with any other tutorial or any makeup look, if you have a setting powder, go ahead and use it. I am using the e.l.f. High Definition powder. This is in Corrective Yellow. Please stay away from the translucent shade. That causes nightmares. It's, yeah, like it's just don't do it. Just don't do it. Corrective Yellow doesn't have much of a flashback, so that is why I prefer it and enjoy it. Bam! That's the finished look all together, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the tutorial. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, and all that fun stuff, of course, let me know. And yeah, let me know what you think about the look, the products. What are you excited for this summer? I'd like to hear from you. So thanks again for watching, guys. Have a great day.